Oh, you're coming back? Hello! Again, sorry, I can't really see with this blindfold on, but I assume that's who I think it is. That's what I thought. How are you feeling, by the way? Is everything okay? Thank you for letting me know. I'm just still a little perplexed why exactly you brought me out all the way out here at night to look at something, but, well, of course I don't want to take off the blindfold just yet and spoil the surprise. But I'm really curious. I genuinely would love to know what exactly you wanted to show me. Is it supposed to be a big secret? Is it a gift? Or, I mean, you don't have to give me a hint or anything, but again, I'm not taking off the blindfold until you tell me to. But I'm still very eager to see what exactly you want to show me. Well, I do remember you telling me earlier today that it was something that I have likely never seen before, and that it's a beautiful sight. I mean, surely it's just you showing off your face to me. Okay, I know. I'm being my usual hopeless romantic self, but again, am I all right to take off the blindfold now that you're back? I really would love to see what exactly you wanted to show me. Okay then, okay. Let's take this off then. Here we go. I think I've got it. Don't mind me, I've got it. Here we are, there we are. Right, now let's have a... Oh my goodness. This is what you wanted to show me? This is absolutely breathtaking. What is this exactly? This can't be a light show, or this can't be some kind of technological creation, anything like that. This is natural, isn't it? What is this? What's going on in the sky exactly? Oh, these are the northern lights. So this is the Aurora Borealis I've heard so much about. I've never thought I'd actually see it in person myself. It's supposed to be only seeable in, well, you know, places like, I believe, Scandinavia, right? Yes, so I've heard. I've only read excerpts about it, but I never actually made the time to actually look up what it looks like, you know, on a computer or on the phone or looking through a book or anything of the sort. I've just been too, you know, distracted and sidetracked with other tasks, but my goodness, this is quite possibly the second most beautiful thing I have ever seen in my whole entire life. Of course, you take the first spot there. But anyway, I'm sorry. I really am just taken aback. It's beautiful. It's mesmerizing. It's like a spell being cast in the sky, like someone took such a large water brush and started just painting through the clouds and the great reaching void beyond in the sky. All the colors are just melting and blending into one another, almost like glass. And yet, it's not imposing or perhaps drowning out the beauty of the night sky or anything of the sort. It's just so... I'm struggling to even describe how I'm feeling and what it resembles. Can't believe something like this would exist in this world. I can't believe that we are lucky enough to be able to watch it ourselves, right outside our home. Well, your home. Technically, it is your home. I am but a resident. I am but a butler, of course, but I'm sure there are people who probably spend hundreds upon thousands of, well, whatever finances they have, whatever currencies, to take a plane and fly to a location where they can see this majestic sight in the sky in another country, and we get to watch it here. Oh. What do you think of it? How is it making you feel? If you don't mind me asking, and, just trying to get to know more about just how you're feeling from this amazing sight. I've rambled on long enough as it is. Please, by all means, if you have something to say, go ahead. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that with me. It really means a lot being able to hear from you about what you're thinking and feeling and whatnot. Oh, this is such a fantastic sight. I have never seen anything close to this from, well, anywhere really. Certainly not back from where I came from. We didn't have such magnificent creations by Mother Nature. Well, sure, we did have, of course, the wilderness, the animals, things like that, but we certainly didn't have anything coming close to the northern lights, the great Aurora Borealis. I'm not sure what everyone would have thought if they saw such a majestic sight like this. Perhaps knowing them, they probably wouldn't see the poetic beauty of it all, They wouldn't have understood, they wouldn't have cared for it, they would have probably just dismissed it in a factual sort of way. But to me, though, this feels like... It feels like a warm hug of sorts. For the soul. Yes, it's like an ever-expansive, outreaching warm hug from Mother Nature herself to every person on this planet. Every person who is able to look up in the sky and marvel at the sight. They are all rewarded and greeted by this picturesque... I don't know what to call it. I want to call it a masterpiece. It really is like a work of art being pointed at us from above. Wow. I'm sorry for all this rambling. I hope I'm not getting on your nerves or anything with all of this talking of mine. Thank you for the reassurance, beloved. I suppose I can continue to gush over this fantastic, fantabulous sight. Oh my, this is dare I say romantic? I hope you don't mind me saying that, but this really is a romantic sight. It just feels so safe to be under this. Even at night, I mean, we're bathed in darkness down here. Of course, you've got your phone and whatnot, and, you know, we're still near the house. We're not too far away from the home, from the lovely mansion, but even then, I'm just glad that, of course, we've wrapped up warm for this endeavor. Good thing I've got a spare coat. I made a wise investment recently buying one of those. I'm glad to have put it to good use here. Of course, these deck chairs as well were another wise investment. A carryover from summer, of course, but good to know that you brought these along as well. I hope they weren't too heavy. Ah, that's good, that's good. They felt light to me, and I thought they'd be alright if you would ever carry them, but, you know, I just like to be helpful. I just like to carry things, if that means being helpful for you, of course, so... but I understand that if I was to be asked to do such a thing for you, for this, to be able to place them here in this field, to watch the beautiful lights, I guess, yes, I would end up being spoiled at the surprise that you wanted to show me. I'll admit, yes, that's true. Still, it's amazing. And I suppose that since we're all the way out here, we get a bit more privacy from all the hustle and bustle of the mansion, none of the other servants needing to intrude or anything like that. And we're far away from the other homes and the roads and whatnot. It's a perfect location. We're all alone by ourselves and just have a bit of peace and quiet, a bit of privacy to ourselves. Couldn't have asked for a better combination, really. A combination of some peace and quiet, a truly wonderful person by my side, and, of course, this heartwarming sight in the sky. I wonder if this is what a human soul looks like. If a human soul could be possibly painted or converted into some kind of drawing. I imagine this is what they would look like. Blends of colours melting into one another, perhaps a horizon peeping through, like a small crack in the darkness pouring light through. I'm not sure if I would know, of course. I mean, I'm not entirely sure if I would be considered a person with a soul in the traditional sense. I mean, look at me, I'm not exactly what you would call a local here. I know that people here in your world are a lot more metaphysical sometimes when discussing their feelings and discussing, you know, the more abstract side of things like on their minds and in their hearts. Of course, we were never really allowed to talk about such things back where I'm from. It always seemed to have gotten in the way of what matters. That was always the factual sorts of educations and the demands for focusing on, you know, just family politics and also the finances to make sure all the families were rich and marrying one another to keep things strong and keep the bloodlines going and all of this stuff like that. I don't miss it one bit. I don't miss it at all. Look at what they were keeping from me. They were keeping chance to be able to just take all of this and really let ourselves just process it all. Again, I'm genuinely moved by this, and I'm also moved by how thoughtful of a gift this was. I mean, thank you so much, beloved. I'm genuinely moved. I don't want to say that I want to cry, but this really has just left me awestruck. May I at least reward you with a kiss? Yes, of course, of course. A kiss for you under the equally as beautiful Aurora Borealis. One more for good measure. You are so beautiful, you know that. On the outside and in the inside. You have the most beautiful heart and mind. It's no wonder I fell for you. It's sights like these that really make me grateful for being in this world and for getting to know you and just being able to, well, get this far in life, especially with you here. I genuinely mean everything that I say, sweetheart. I can't tell if you're blushing or not in this darkness. I apologize if I am, but then again, I do love making you blush. But even then, what I say is, again, it's from the heart. I want to be upfront and honest with you with my feelings, and I just don't want to hold back. I don't want to be letting myself struggle either. I'll try my best whenever there's something I want to tell you, anything that I'm feeling. And if I can't express it through words, then I'll express it through action, with hugs and kisses and gifts and whatever else I can do for you, of course. Anything at all. Oh, you are ever so welcome. You are ever so welcome. You deserve nothing less from me. You know, I feel like we could probably have a nap here, under the Aurora Borealis. I'm feeling the need for perhaps a slight bit of rest, if you don't mind. I'm sure it'll still all be there when we wake up, but am I okay to keep you here by my side, holding hands while we perhaps just take a quick rest? Certainly. Thank you. Very much appreciated. Of course, whenever it's time to go back, or if the weather starts getting iffy, or if you're just getting too cold, of course, anything like that, just let me know, alright? And we can vacate back into the home and keep ourselves warm and go to bed properly. But I just genuinely feel... Oh my goodness. I really do feel like napping right now. It would be lovely to just keep here with you, right here under these beautiful lights, with a most beautiful person by my side. Must keep soaking in the sights as much as I can, while I gently, gradually fall into a brief slumber. Right here.